The fairy flag of Dunvegan Castle. Surrounded and shrouded by myth and magic, in Dunvegan Castle on the Isle of Skye, the ancestral home of the chiefs of the MacLeod Clan, is the Am Bratach Sìth, the fairy flag. My name belies a connection with this flag and Clan MacLeod, as my husband's family is one of the septs of that clan. The fairy flag measures 46 centimetres squared and has sadly deteriorated over time, leaving it faded and threadbare. It's made of silk, yellow in colour, and is adorned with red fairy spots and red lines, which some say were once red crosses. It's interesting to note that one of the two tartans of Clan MacLeod, the one known as Loud MacLeod or the MacLeod dress, has a yellow background and thin red lines, as well as thicker black ones. Despite its age and appearance, it is said to have many magical properties. The fairy flag is claimed to have stopped a cattle plague, saved lives, brought luck, brought bounty and fertility, multiplied the clan's forces in battle, and even won battles for them. As late as the 20th century, it was alleged to have stopped a fire, and so magical is this fairy flag that even carrying just a photograph of it was said to have brought luck to a pilot in World War II. Various stories exist about why the Clan MacLeod were awarded such a special gift from the land of Faery. Some say that it was a gift given in exchange for one of the chiefs battling an evil monster who was plaguing both man and fae. Others that it was given to an infant chieftain as a blessing, but the most common tale is that it was a gift from a fairy woman who married into the clan. Long ago, a MacLeod chief fell in love with a fairy princess, and she too fell in love with him. However, the fairy king did not approve of their union because he knew the mortal man would die and leave his daughter broken-hearted. You see, fairies are renowned for living much longer than us mere mortals. But the couple's love was strong, and the king relented on one condition, that they be together only for a year and a day, and that after that the princess must return to fairyland. Within a year the couple were blessed with a baby boy, and the year and a day passed ever so quickly for them, for they were so happy. The princess made her husband promise to never leave their son alone or to cry alone, and went back to fairyland, across the fairy bridge that still exists on the Isle of Skye. Years later, at a party to attempt to cheer up the broken-hearted chief, a nursemaid left the boy alone, and he began to cry. Now his fairy mother heard this, even from fairyland. Can you imagine how loud he must have been for that to happen? And the mother came to the aid of her son, wrapping him in a fairy shawl and singing to him a traditional fairy lullaby. As the nursemaid returned, she overheard this song, known as the Fairy's Lullaby or Cradle Song of Dunvegan, and vowed never to forget it. Indeed, this song was allegedly sung to the chief's firstborn for generations. The shawl was kept and treasured, and it's this shawl that's now known as the fairy flag. Years later, when the son had grown up, he told his father that the shawl that was left with him by his mother was magical, and it could be used by the Clan MacLeod in times of danger to summon the might and magic of fairy to their aid. In true fairy tradition, there is a prophecy associated with the flag, that one day Clan MacLeod would attain great power and raise its honour higher than ever before. Naturally, there's also a catch. Should the fairy flag be unfurled and waved 3 times, it would disappear permanently from the land of men, returning home to the land of fairies, resulting in either a great victory for the MacLeods or their annihilation. So far the flag has been unfurled and waved twice, once at the Battle of Bloody Bay and once at the Battle of Glendale, both in the 15th century. Legend tells that the fairy flag was offered to Churchill during World War II in case of invasion, but it was never used. In the meantime, its legends, lore and tales of its luck continue to grow. The flag can still be seen today at Dunvegan Castle on the Isle of Skye off the west coast of Scotland. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.